Hey guys, this is Tom from GVI here and welcome back to another one of our videos. Today we're going to be launching a brand new series called the GVI Garage, and each week we'll be taking a look at some different kinds of vehicles, stuff that we don't usually do on the channel, things a little bit more obscure, a little bit more rare, and today we're going to be launching that with the EK Civic Type R. Alright, so to many of the viewers, the Civic name is not a new one. This was the first Civic to wear the Type R badge, so the EK9, and it was produced between 1997 and 2000 with just a little over 16,000 units produced. Most came in championship white, however select few came in sunlight yellow, silver metallic, and this one is the starlight black. So this particular model is a 1997 and it is the pre-facelift, and the way we can tell this is the rear tail lights have the amber orange indicators. Also the front grille. So the easiest way to tell a Type R apart from another EK Civic such as the SIR is that they came with the hatch spoiler here, which is very distinctive, and of course the red badging alongside the emblems here and also down the side. Another very distinctive feature is the factory 7-spoke alloys. So these were 15 by 6, and another interesting feature about the Type R is that they were 5-stud instead of 4. So other quick interesting facts about the Type Rs is that they came with additional seam welding from the factory, upgraded front and rear sway bars, and just behind the rear bumper here there is a rear chassis bar, and then up front they had independent double wishbone suspension. Okay, so taking a look at the interior now, which is my personal favorite part of the Type R. As we can see straight away, the red Recaro bucket seats. So they have the little slot there for a harness, side bolsters, and then alongside this, the red interior door panels. Moving down to the floor mats and even the carpet, which is red. So obviously being a hatchback and not having the rear door, something that not many people will be familiar with is how the bucket seats work. So you just slide that lever up and it folds all the way forward and then gives people enough room to get into the back. Something interesting about the Type R is that it did come with the black cloth rear seats, as I'm sure the camera is trying to pick up now. It's still got the standard hatch tray and everything like that. It's the Recaro rails there. They're a really comfortable seat, as I'm sure we'll see in the test drive. Other features that are Type R specific are the carbon fascia panel there, the badge obviously, and they even came with air conditioning, power steering, and ABS, which is pretty interesting. So push that, there's your ashtray, and then still comes with cup holders for your Macca's cups. Move over to the steering wheel here. So this is, again, it's got airbags as well, passenger and driver. This was a specific steering wheel to the Type R. It is a Momo. So see there, Momo. And then having a look at the dash, we can see the carbon fascia panel there again. This particular model has done 225,000 kilometers, which is fairly high. However, it is an old 90s Japanese car. It doesn't feel like it's done that many Ks. It's very tidy inside, as I'm sure you could tell. The camera probably doesn't do it justice. So something else to note is the factory titanium shift knob. This wasn't a optional extra on the Type R. This was just a standard feature. It is a 5-speed gearbox, not the 6-speed like the later Type Rs. Okay, so let's pop the bonnet now and take a look. Okay, so the legendary and infamous B16B is a 1.6 litre dual overhead cam VTEC motor that produces approximately 180 horsepower from the factory. And like I was saying before, it's coupled to the 5-speed transmission. The Type Rs all came standard with a helical LSD differential inside to keep as much traction to the front wheels as possible. Another factory feature is the strut brace along the front there. But even with the kilometers this one's done, it still feels like it drives new, especially the gearbox, which I will show you guys now in our quick test drive. Okay, so just out on our test drive now. Test out the little B16B. It's a bit of a strange intersection for those who aren't used to New Zealand roads. Okay, so now we're going to head onto the motorway. We're going to drop down to second gear. Oh, probably shouldn't have pulled out in front of me like that, but alright. Okay, so here we go. There we are at 100 Ks. So just a little bit of info on the B16. The red line for it is 8400 RPM, which is quite high. They are a very rev happy little motor. The VTEC kicks in at 5800, so just before 6000. The gearbox is actually really smooth. It selects every gear without crunching or arguing, unlike Nissan's, for example. Very comfortable ride. The Recaros keep you stuck to your seat. They're not uncomfortable. The suspension is firm, but it's not too bouncy or too harsh. But the way that the shifter is situated, it's very driver focused. You don't have to reach too far for it. Obviously it's not too close that you have to cramp up your arms. It's actually very nicely situated in the middle there. The titanium gear knob as well. It's a nice little feature too. 180 horsepower doesn't sound like a lot in today's terms. However, back in the mid to late 90s, it was a fair amount, especially for a naturally aspirated 1.6 litre. The only real competition Honda had was Toyota's FX GT range, so the 4H, and Nissan's Pulsar Ortec variants. Alrighty guys, thanks for tuning in to the premiere of the GVI Garage. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Just a quick note, unfortunately this car is not for sale on our lot. This is our general manager's personal car. However, we do have the option of doing either a Mazda RX-7 FD next week or the legendary Skyline R33 GTR. So let us know which one you want to see. Otherwise, we'll catch you next week. Bye for now.